Hello Mavericks, and welcome to another episode of M.A.V. Oneshots. One build, one kill, one death, or one match. This week we will be continuing our Defender Spotlight. Now, as you may remember, last week, this open pit Defender build, a couple of cannons, a few rockets, didn't fare perfectly. Was up against a couple of soldiers and some scouts in the arena, and unfortunately the soldiers were able to focus it down pretty well. But today we will show you, or I will show you, a different variety of Defender. I'm sorry, my mind went blank for a moment there. A type that is more commonly seen used by humans as opposed to the AI. That means it's not auto-generated. I like to call it a battle mage design. I'm going to keep with the heaviest cockpit, or a heavy cockpit, and the very heavy chassis as well. But what we need is, and I like this little generator for this purpose. Although, come to think of it, actually, you know what? I'm not going to use that tiny generator. Instead, I'm going to add a wall deploy and use this. Now, this Battle Mage design, I tend to use wall deploys regardless. In it, I like using them as kind of short straight spacers. They tend to work pretty well for that. Because otherwise I'm using something like this to save weight. It doesn't have very much weight on it. I'm gonna need this either up like this, which that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Quick tip for anyone who's building: it's actually cheaper to use two of these, weight-wise anyways, than to use a pair of, or use a single straight spacer with the proper angles. Now what I want here is, will this work? This might work. Let's see. Okay, that's hitting on there. So what I'll want is to have this like that. Yes. Yes! Very good. Okay. And now what I want is, I want to have a front armor place. However, to do that, let's go with another wall deploy. I like walls. I like having plenty of them. I'm gonna do this. Nope, not you. Not like that. Dang it. That's, again, not... There we go. That's what I want. And I want another of these. And I want one of these. Now you'll see that actually lines it up pretty nicely right down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on heavy armor. I and V aren't always required on both, so I'm going to do an LPRP Guard V, if I can find it. LPRP Guard V, there we go. the Ivy probably wouldn't hurt. Let's. LPRP Ivy. Heaviest armor plate. There we go. And you'll see, this actually pretty nicely covers up most of, well, everything here. Although, thinking about it, what I'm going to do now actually is this. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to add a different type of straight. One of these guys. Actually, one of these guys, nice and light. Like that. You there. Still fits. Still has cover. Now, I liked these cannons, however, they don't have enough armor, I think. Well, actually, no. You know what? Those cannons are fine. It's the rockets that weren't very good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just get rid of the rockets. Don't need them. Not using them for this build. I'm going to keep the cannons, though. One cannon, and two cannon. Here is an issue, though. We're running into weight problems. Now, I think in this case I am going to trade durability for weight, or for load, I guess you would call it. Because honestly, that's the biggest issue that I've always had. I don't honestly have as much of an issue with pure defense as I do here with weight and load. 8250, 8250, and that would be this one, heavy track enhanced. 2432 defense and 25 armor. Honestly, this might actually be better. Just go for the 8000. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Stick this back down, and nicely most of the tracks match the same, right now match the same layout, so you can put similar tracks on something like this. And I've got a row of 3 cannons. Let's see, recoil. If the recoil goes upwards, but these are up here, I actually want them to go like that. So what I actually want would be if I were to have it go that way, that doubles the recoil issue. If I have it go that way, though, that's wrong way. What? There we go. Can I? I cannot fit that there. Well, we'll see how this works. Won't we? I don't do much with the recoil mechanics. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's still even too much. I guess we're not going to have those cannons then. So let's go with 2 cannons, and let's go with something for a little bit more up-close oomph. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's go with a variety of cannons. These guys are fairly heavy at 658. These are only 570. LGTs are 625. Wow, that's really heavy. Cannons are really heavy. That stinks. Like, all of them are over 500. Alright, how are the shotguns then? Still 500s. Wow. Should we try more rockets? Yeah, 200s. Let's just get some super light rockets on here then. Similar to the last round, but just a different style. Aha. Yep, there we go. And I can only fit the 2 of them on there. Well, in this case, we're essentially sacrificing damage for durability. Actually, I'm going to test something. If this fires first, and this fires last, and they're in those slots specifically, I wonder if there's going to be a really big gap between the firing. That's just going to be a quick test. Click, 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 click. There we go. And again, let's not go with any specific patterns, but we can go with perhaps a teal this time. There really needs to be a paint all button. There we go. Teal! Nice. Alright, let's get to it. Crater Arena, Blind Alley. Let's go to Giant Leap this time. Actually, you know what? No. Let's go to Outpost Alpha again. Just because Giant Leap doesn't have repair depots. And I really want to be able to... Oh yeah, those are those kind of rockets. Forgot about that. They fire all in a single burst. Which is kind of useful. It kind of makes them grenade-ish. I don't want to keep getting shot by you. Dang it, wrong button. Also the wrong button. Die! There we go. I took more damage than I'm comfortable with there. However, repair depot! Hooray! Anyways, let's test. Ooh, there is a pretty significant delay there compared to normal. You again? Didn't I already kill you once? Ow! You son of a... Oh, you... Right bastard! That's what you is. Go away! I don't want to fight you. Quit it! I'm getting ganged up on. This ain't no fun at all. I died. I died before it... Dagnabbit! Well, as you can see, sometimes even the best prepared builds are not prepared for an abusive scout. Also, as you can see, I'm actually terrible at scouts, and they can be very, very dangerous. Like, I'm bad at dealing with them, I am bad at running them, I'm not the best at building them. I mean, that was an AI scout. That's a guy that should have died in like 3 volleys of my cannons, and he took me out. But, what are you going to do? That's the nature of MAV Oneshots. Alright. See you next week.